Hi, my name is Beth Kilfoy, and I'm a collections librarian at the Edmonton Public Library. Today, I'm going to walk you through using the advanced search function in our library catalog. To access the advanced search form, you can click the small advanced search link below the search box on our webpage. When you have a particular kind of search in mind, this is an excellent option to use. It has tools that enable you to describe precisely where and how you want to search. You can type directly in the custom search box at the top using Boolean terms, or use the form below to help you construct a Boolean search. Before we get into using the form, let's spend a bit of time digging into what Boolean searching is. This type of searching is based on Boolean logic, which was developed by mathematician George Boole in the mid-1800s. It's used extensively in computer programming languages, and in addition to using it in our catalog's advanced search, you can also use Boolean search terms in many of our online databases, like Gale Primary Sources or OneFile. Boolean searching has three operating terms: and, or, and not. I'm going to use some diagrams to show you how using these terms helps build more precise searches. For our example, I'm interested in finding material about tree gardening. These three circles represent everything in EPL's collection about trees, gardening, and bonsai. If I do a search for trees and gardening, my results are only going to show the material that is about both trees and gardening, represented by this highlighted section of the two circles here. If I change my search to trees or gardening, my results will include both things where trees and gardening overlap, but also everything just about trees and everything just about gardening. Finally, if I change my search again to trees and gardening, not bonsai, my results will be books just about trees and gardening that do not overlap with bonsai. Now let's go back to the advanced search form in the catalog. As mentioned previously, any choices we make in the form below will appear as a Boolean search string here at the top. If we use all, this will appear as an and up here in the top, and if we choose any, it will appear as an or. Not will appear as a dash or minus sign. Let's try constructing a query using the form. In the Include section, I'm going to choose the fields in the catalog I want to search and then type in a word or phrase. For this example, I'm going to do a subject search for baking. If I want to, I can use the green Add Another button over here to give myself another row to add additional search terms. I'm going to add a keyword search for pie. If I want to exclude something, I can fill in the But Do Not Include section of the form. In this case, I'm going to type in savory. Again, if there were more than one term I wanted to exclude, I could use the Add Another button here on the right. Now that I've got my search terms, I can choose other options to help limit my search in the section below. As you can see, there are many options that we can use to focus our search, some of which you can access as filters on your results page, and some of which only appear here in the advanced search form. For my example, I'm going to limit my search to items for adults that are available as an ebook. Once I've finished reviewing the whole form, I can scroll up to the top and see my Boolean search string here in the search box. Once I'm sure I've got my search set up the way I'd like, I can click the search button. If when I get to my results list, I realize that I've missed something or I want to add additional search terms, I can always go back up to the top here and click the Modify Search button on the top left. If you regularly search for titles by the same author or on the same subject, you can save your search and run it again later. This is a great time saver, especially if the search you're doing is complex. To save a search, the first step is to log into your account. So I'm going to put in my library barcode and my PIN, and then sign in. Save searches are tied to your profile, so you have to be logged in to create one. Now that I've signed in, I'm going to go into Advanced Search. For this example, I want to search for Korean pop music. So I'm going to put in pop as my keyword. I'm going to set my language to Korean. And then I'm going to set the collection to music. Once I have my search set up the way I'd like, I'm going to click the search button. If I want to, when I get to the results, I can choose to filter it further. So I'm going to decide to filter it to items that are available currently at my home branch. I'm going to click Idlewild here. And now that I have my search set up completely the way I want it, I can click the Save Search button here on the top right. The default save name will be the search string you've created. If you want to make it a little bit easier for you to identify later on, you can choose to name it whatever you'd like. So I'm going to call mine K-pop and then click Save. When you create a new search, you'll get a green pop-up button here with a link to all your saved searches. If you're trying to access your saved search later, you can do that here through your profile. So if I click up on the top right and then go into my settings, it will bring me into this area of my profile. And here in the left menu bar is a link to my saved searches. So to access my search, to run it again, or if I need to edit it, I can just click its name right here. And again, we'll see my results. If I'd created the search here using the basic search bar, you would see all of my search terms here. Because I used the advanced search, and if I wanted to edit it, I'd have to go into the modify search link here, which would then open up the advanced search form. You can see my search string here, and I can make any changes I want. So if I wanted to include just items that have been published in the last 10 years, I could do that. I can then rerun my search. And then I could save it again. So I could choose to give it the same name as what I previously had, or I can give it a new one. And again, I'll click Save. If I no longer need my search, again, I can go into my settings, open my saved searches, and click the tick box, and click Delete. And that's it for advanced search. Remember, you can always reach out to us at the Edmonton Public Library if you need more help.